Hello, welcome to the next collage video. This one's called Making a Scene. You're going to need a few things for this. You're going to need a magazine. I've got a supplement magazine from a weekend newspaper. Anything will do. You want the whole magazine, and the person who owns it has to be alright with you cutting it up. That could be you. You're also going to need a pair of scissors, as sharp as you can get, and some kind of stick glue. I quite like this one. You can use any sort of stick glue. You're also going to need some card. I've got a bit of mount board here that I'm going to use, but you could use anything. You could use the cereal packet. You could use some heavy packaging, or a piece of corrugated cardboard if you really want to. Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes to sort those things out. Okay, so the process that we're going to be using to make our collage is what I call a redux process, which means you have a single source of material to make your outcome, whatever that is. So in our case, we've got a magazine, and we're going to make a picture. If you want, you can make more than one picture. Making a scene. So what we're going to do is we're going to consider what a scene looks like. And usually it has a background, and it has a character or figure, or a number of figures of characters, and some objects. If it's an internal scene, it might have some furniture. You can still have some furniture if it was external. There might be other figures and characters, animals, whatever you like. But essentially, those are the elements that make up a scene. If you imagine something like a photograph, that's what we're going to be creating. So first of all, you're going to flick through your newspaper or your magazine. The thing about the redux process is we're only using this. So you might have seen something somewhere else. You can't be using that. We're only using what's in here. These are our materials. So take some time and really have a look at what's in here. There might be some great scenes, some elements of background, some beautiful skies that you can just, isolate the elements that you really like. There might be some blocks of colour that are really intriguing that you want to use. So first of all, just take some time, have a flick through the magazine. Once you've had a flick through, just looking, go back and start again. This time, start ripping some pages, having a real selection of what's talking to you. Who's in there? Who are the figures that are in your magazine? What do they look like? So I'll give you the time to have a look through your magazine and then start ripping some pages out. So we've got a pile of pages, hopefully, ripped out of our magazine. At this point, have a look at what you've actually got. What is it about these that you really like? Try and isolate the bits that you're really after in each page and chop them out. You can be rough or you can be neat at this point. This is very much a kind of gestural part of the process. So we're thinking about how our scene is going to look. So I've got a little garden shed that might make like a tiny house. So all the bits you're chopping up, just make yourself a little pile. Probably just stick them on the remainder of the magazine that you've been working with. You might need to come back, fill in some bits later on. So in chopping these out, try and work out where they're going to go. Are they character, object, background? Maybe it's just like a nice piece of texture or colour that you really like the look of. That's fine. So start cutting your bits out and putting them in separate piles. So hopefully we've started plotting out what we're doing. I'm going to start with the background. So what you can see from here is that I've got some perspective on the go. I'm starting to work some perspective. If you think about how a picture is formed, how you look at things in real life, small things very far away, big things up close. So you can impose a bit of perspective on your picture by looking at that, by thinking that way, and putting some big things up close and some small things to symbolise very far away. So once you've got a rough idea of what your background is going to look like, what this kind of setting of the scene looks like, yeah, you can cut them out a little bit neater and start to arrange them. In fact, when you get to a point when you're happy with it, time to glue it down. Okay, so a little while later, half an hour, got background stuck down. Bit of perspective going on. Big up front. I'm ready to look at the next part, which is going to be our figures, our characters. So it's worth thinking at this point about splitting your characters up. Instead of having a person just dressed as they are, can you split them up? Can you give them a different head? Can you find some other clothes that might fit them? Are there some mouths, things that you could put on there, some crazy shoes, etc. So think about building your characters, dressing them, as it were. And in doing that, you can then start to cut things differently. So you might want to cut their legs so that it looks like they're walking or they're standing still. You can then juxtapose how people are standing with each other. So they could be having a conversation, or having a row, standoff. Who knows? It's all down to you. Okay. Yeah, it's been a long day. Hopefully you've got your characters cut out. You've put your legs, your bodies, and your heads together, and you're now working out where they're going to go on your picture. I've been playing around with mine for a while. I think I've pretty much got it sorted. It's time to get the glue, stick those bits down finally, and see what we've got. So that's it, all stuck down. Now I'm going to go around the edges with a sharp knife, trim it up. That's done. That's just one more thing I thought I should point out that you'll probably find really useful if you're getting into collage, is that the things that you've cut out for this picture, you might not have used all of them. You could keep a little store of them, and you might want to use them in another project a little bit later on. So for instance, I've got a really big pile of different coloured bits of paper that I cut out today's magazine that I didn't get around to using. I also had some really interesting things, this funny jacket and this dude's tattoos, which didn't turn up, but hey, they might come back another time. Anyway, have fun. So this was a workshop that's produced for Magic Carpet. It would be great if you wanted to help Magic Carpet out. It's a charity that works with communities of people in East Devon and Exeter, and there's some information just below this video how you can help them out and where you can connect with them further. If you want to share anything that you've made after watching this video, please do. There's the Magic Carpet Facebook group, Magic Carpet Exeter. You're welcome to post anything there. You can also comment on this video. Thanks for watching. See you again. Bye.